Okay, welcome again. This is another presentation here at tonight's Opportunity Zones Meetup. Thank all of you for coming to our holiday bucket party. This presentation is on a multi-use project within the city of Fountain, Colorado. And one of the good things about Opportunity Zones is it has totally sharpened my geography and sense of cities across the state. But as you're going south from Colorado Springs on I-25, Fountain is immediately south and adjacent to Fort Carson down there. So that gives you a general idea of where they're at. And they have an opportunity zone that can be put to use for many particular purposes. In this particular case, the land along the interstate is laid out where they have a different number of things that are being proposed. And the city of Fountain is helping coordinate this. So even though I know they're working with different developers, there is, as I understand it, still room for a land developer who would like to get engaged or for a business that would like to be located on this particular property. Because of its immediate location next to Fort Carson, that suggests a variety of different types of businesses that would be really good for that particular purpose. One of the things they're planning to do here, though, that is rather unique is they're talking about putting in a top-flight curling center. As you know, the city of Colorado Springs received a tourism tax credits and so forth to put in their new Olympic Center down there, which is kind of the centerpiece for a major opportunity zone project in and of its own right within the city of Colorado Springs. So here in Fountain, just down the road, they're putting in an Olympic quality type curling center, which will be a centerpiece for this particular project. As described here, it's about 35,000 square feet, which is largely the center and adjacent facilities, but there's other land next to it which could be developed for other purposes that might be complementary or also might pick up the Olympic theme. And so if you're interested in learning more about this, you can look at the handouts that we have. You can contact the city of Fountain and learn about what they're doing and how they're going about this. And I'm really curious to see how this turns as far as an event center and what it can do to act as a catalyst to drive this particular type of a project. Again, this is a good example of how Opportunity Zone funding can be brought to as a catalyst to maybe serve as a foundation for other types of capital within a capital stack that can do something that is important, that can help turn a community around and give it an advantage over other communities with more population and more money. Any questions on this particular project? Yes?
Karl, when you say a fund, is this an existing fund or is it one that's has to be created?
It's my understanding that they've already created a fund for this project, but a project of this size and scale could be broken down into multiple funds. Other projects I've worked with, they have come in where they have one fund to take acquisition of the property, a second one to do horizontal development, and then any particular tenant might set up their own fund for their own vertical build out. So as I understand it, there may be one for the curling center, but the rest of the property probably is wide open for discussion as far as additional funds to make that happen. Yes, John?
How is the property zoned?
I don't know. From the looks of it, it looks like it's commercial to light industrial, but I don't have the exact zoning on that. Any other questions? So any of you have ever driven from Colorado Springs, Pueblo, have driven by this property, and so you're all fully accountable for knowing where the property is and where it stands. Okay, if there's no other questions, thank you for this presentation.